Okay, all should be good now on YouTube. YouTube guys, I do apologize about that delay. Should be good now. Was just basically going over how yesterday this was a zone of interest. We broke it, held it as support. I won't do the whole spiel again. Discord already heard it. So what we're looking for today, right? So I had this also 6288. This was a super strong key level the past few days as well. Look at this, was major resistance, resistance. We were above it. It was support, support, support. Now we are trading on it. So we're chopping right now. We're sort of in an area where I wouldn't look for any trades nearby, right? So that's just nearby. So again, let's previous day high, previous day low. We took out previous day low. It is Friday. Because it's Friday, I want to look at our weekly time frame to see how the weekly time frame is looking. So the first thing I see on the weekly time frame here, guys, is that the past two trading weeks have been fairly bullish. We had a strong bull candle right here. This was our reaction once we bombed Iran. We had some follow through. Now on this candle, I do see we have broken that previous week's high, which is usually good. It's a good sign for bulls. So I'd maybe want to see if we could get back above that open price and hold bullish today to continue back higher and follow that bull trend for the last day of the week, which is today because it's Friday. If we measured from that previous day low to the high, it's only about 50 points. So for us to recover this, we'd only have to move about 50 points just for the recovery alone. So that might even be an additional 50 to 60 to 70 points. not additional 70 on top of it, but an additional 20 points on top of it, so we could close green on this weekly. Daily time frame as well. See how we took out previous day low, but now we're back above it. I'd look to see if that structure can hold too. If we could hold above this 62.88, I'll look for buyers. So let's see 4 hour for just a moment, see if we see anything. So as we sort of have covered the past few days, we did have this 4 hour basing area. So this is more of an order block than a demand zone. And we're going to mark it with a demand zone anyways, just so we do have this relative price zone. But I'm a bit more interested in the top of the zone's reaction. See where we reacted once, twice, 3 times. We had a double bottom here. I'd like to see 62.68 if it could hold as support again, but that would call for a pretty strong sell-off again. So I want to be prepared for each direction, as we always should be. 62.68. So 62.68 is right down here. On Bookmap, we have some price targets at 62.70, 62.75, and 62.80. So we do have some bids sitting to the downside on Bookmap. Let's see, 3 hour. So 3 hours. So here we have, guys, we had this 1 hour supply right here on ES, and you see how we did hold it as resistance a couple times, but then yesterday we broke it. So at this point, I'm not completely against it. Also, I want to mark that open price. But I do want to have a little less significance for this price level. So what we'll do is we're going to fade the zones. We'll come down to the zone's opacity or transparency, depending on what platform you're charting on. And we're going to drag it down a little bit. So the red gets a little lighter. So I know it's not as strong of a zone. One of the reasons I was doing this, though, is because I saw a new 3 hour supply zone right here. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is we're going to mark this out as our 3 hour supply. It's right near our open price, too. So this might actually be lining up for a pretty nice short entry. If we could pull back up there, it's about a 30-point pullback. Other than that, we do have 63.15. This was a major Bookmap level for a few days now. It kept popping up. Right now, it's not that relevant. We have 6,300 is pretty relevant right now on Bookmap. 6,295. Right now, we're sort of stuck. I always call this, guys, between a rock and a hard place, where we have either a lot of support below us and a lot of resistance above us, or we have neither. Not much support and not much resistance. Right now I'm looking at the 3 hour, I'm looking at the 2 hour, the 1 hour, I'm looking for market structure, I'm looking to see where we have possibly some pivots, where we have possibly some supply and demand zone, support and resistance. Where are we headed? Is the market giving me a clear direction right now? Well, right now, if I'm zooming out right here on the hourly time frame and I'm looking back to just last Thursday, which today is now Friday, so just a week of price action, I see we're range bound. I see we're very range bound. So now I want to go into the mind of a retail trader in a sense, right? And what do they think? They think, well, usually they aren't that zoomed out, and usually they just try to chase, right? That's when I say think of the mind of a retail trader, I don't really mean it like that specifically. I really mean more of think of the mind of somebody who's chasing, somebody who has FOMO. Okay, well, if that's the case, I know that at some point, if markets open and we start selling off, they're going to take that short. Right away, people who have FOMO, they usually instantly chase that market open. So if they're going to go short right at market open, me, who just did my own technical analysis and zoomed out, I noticed that, well, right now, if we were to sell off, that's actually bringing us to the bottom of our current range. And that's a fantastic buying opportunity. So if we're able to, and I'm going to delete this red zone right here, it's really no longer relevant. I sort of wanted to keep it because it would work as support intraday, resistance intraday, support intraday, but we're going to delete it for now. Any old zones we want to delete, don't get married to them. So 1 hour, same thing I just mentioned, guys. This would be the bottom of our range. This area held as support on Monday, then it held as support on Tuesday, then it even held as support Wednesday overnight. So I know that there are active buyers near the 62.68, even though Bookmap doesn't show that right now. I know that due to the recent price action. So what we could do is we could add an alert down here so we don't miss it. And now we go take a look at the NASDAQ. YouTube guys, thank you for letting me know, by the way, that you cannot hear me, because I'm glad we were able to fix that real quick. Alright, so let's mark some things out, delete some old price levels, move our open price to today's price, previous day low, previous day high, and let's see. We are cooking. We are cooking. So now we come down to 6 hours, see if we have any supply or demand zones of interest. Not really. 4 hour, same situation. Because we're range bound, we don't really have much. We have this 4 hour order block or support area that we had on ES as well. If we're looking at both of them right here on the 4 hour time frame, we see right here, see how the crosshair lines up on both of them. This is 2 p.m. Eastern, Monday. 4 hour candle was basing on ES and NQ, and then that area held as support. So right now, ES hasn't made its way back to that support area. NASDAQ has. So I would sort of look to see if NASDAQ can move lower this morning, and ES could, or actually, no, I'm sorry, not so much NASDAQ move lower, but if ES could move lower and come towards the support area, and if NASDAQ can already find support at that point, that would be great. Now, something I've really been using lately that's been a huge key to my successful trades is the VIX, and if VIX is also at a key level of support or resistance. So because I'm looking for buyers on the ES, that would be looking for support on ES, right? So I'd look for support on ES, and then I would look for resistance on the VIX, because if I want the VIX to go lower, I want ES to go higher, and vice versa. Yo, good morning, Leo. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning, everybody. D. Harvey, Dave, what's going on, guys? Adrian, what's poppin', dude? Ozzy, hello. Joel, good morning. E. Marcel, we got a party in here, guys. Let's get it started. Something I will note is on the 4 hour time frame on both ES and NQ is that we do have our 4 hour basing candle right here, and it is followed by a strong sell-off. So this 4 hour candle we're on right now doesn't close for another 57 minutes. So that's when the 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern candle closes. The new 10 a.m. Eastern candle opens. But that's going to give us an idea if we want to continue lower on this 4 hour, then we might reject lower and continue today. If not, then we might get that reversal near that 10 o'clock, right? They always call it the 10 o'clock reversal. Let's take one more look at NASDAQ for a brief second and see if we see anything. So I do want to zoom in on this zone right here on NQ. Believe that was an hourly. Yeah, so it was an hourly zone, but it wasn't an hourly demand zone. And why, guys? Why? Well, because look at it. We have our basing, wasn't really near a pivot low, so we have our basing in the middle of nowhere. We have a little bit of a rally, and then we do have a pretty good continuation candle. However, it was knocked back really quickly. But what makes this zone a valid zone of support? Well, if we look at this time frame right here, we see that our basing point, we held as support on this next candle we moved higher. Then we pulled back, we held it as support again. Then we had a major pullback, looking like we're going to sell off, held as support again. So that's what gave this zone some significance, is it proved to us that markets were supporting this price level. It's important to have our candlestick and price analysis, but it's also important to be looking at the price levels, right? Some people get too zoomed in at looking at the candles that they don't look at the actual price levels. Okay, let's see. Let's see, so 1 hour, 90 minute, 30 minute, 45. Right now I'm looking for any new supply or demand zones on the NASDAQ. So like this supply zone, there's a 30-minute supply right here. Let's look at it on the 30-minute, see if it's any significance anymore. So it was supply. You just blasted right through it. And we really just, it didn't hold too well. It held as support overnight here. It didn't even hold as support right over here. We just blasted right through it again. Not too interested in this level. As I always mention, don't get married to an old zone. If a supply zone gets broken and you're questioning it, delete it. Period. There's no questions about it. If it's broken, delete it. If it's broken that same day, that's when I like to use it as support or resistance. This is the 30-minute time frame. I don't see any supply zones that formed up here. And what's great too, guys, is if I'm seeing that we're selling off right now, and I'm also seeing that we don't really have any supply zones that formed on this sell-off, that tells me that there isn't good market structure supporting this direction. So we should be creating a 4-hour supply zone, a 1-hour supply. We should be creating supply zones on each rip we have, whereas right now what we have on the 15-minute time frame is we had our one rip to the downside and we did create a supply zone there. We rejected that supply zone again, gave us a beautiful trade. We ended up taking this a little down here and targeted the pre-market low. That was a nice trade on NASDAQ. But now what I'm noticing is, yes, we're trying to make some lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, but same deal, guys. If we're zooming out on like an hourly time frame, we're really not breaking any major pivot lows until we break 22,779. So until we break that, I'm not going to have a bearish bias, even though I have been capitalizing on the short positions in the mornings lately. So it's really something to consider. Definitely want to see if markets are ready to trap people on the opposite direction, on the opposite side. Something I do want to mention on this hourly time frame is we do currently have our basing candle right here. So I'd look for this hourly to pop and close somewhere higher. So I'm looking for the hourly to close above there. We can mark that out with a trend line. Go into it. We can make it like a, not blue, like a turquoise, I guess. Go into it. We'll do look. So eyes, look for 1H close. 1H close. So 1HC, right? 1 hour close. So I'm looking for the 1 hour close above this price level on NASDAQ. So when New York session opens, if we get some really strong buying pressure and we get some type of volume imbalance to the downside, I'll wait for a pullback to enter that volume imbalance to the downside and look to target some highs. Even now, guys, because we don't really have any supply zones other than this one up here, 23,086, if we find buying pressure today, guys, we're gonna make our way back. That's 145 points. This might be a really nice trend day today on NASDAQ. 30-minute time frame, not seeing much. 45, nope. A little bit, a little small area right here. Very small. The smallest area, smallest level of supply. 23,040. What we could do at this point is we could pull up our handy dandy book map and see what's popping up there. So we have 22,920. That was pretty major the past few days as well. 22,920. That is right near these highs over here. So let's go to the 15-minute time frame. So 20, we'll mark that out right there, perfectly at that wick. And we're going to call it a BML. It's a book map level. I do like to make those purple just so they stick out. And that's that. So, right, so that'll be the level that, hey, remember I just mentioned I was looking for the New York session to pop and then sort of pull back and then continue. So the pop I'm looking for is going to be the pop above 22,920. Then the pullback I'm looking for is going to be a retest of this 22,920. So that's possibly the trade setup, but what's great about this setup, guys, is it doesn't hit until we get the initial move. So right now, I'm not chasing this long because this could end up selling off on us again, right? And we don't have control of anything in the market. We can only react to the market. So with that being said, give me that continuation, the reaction, and I'll take my reaction on that pullback, my trade. So that's what I'm looking for on NQ. That looks pretty solid. Now let's take a look at gold. Guys, it's 9:08. Markets open in 20 minutes. Wow, that took me a little too long. So I'm looking at gold right now. Previous day high, previous day low, and its open price. Something I wanted to mention on gold. I did a brief write-up on the watch list tab this morning before I hopped on the live stream. So for the past couple of days, gold has been trying to push bullish. However, we have recently pushed into a strong area of resistance. That would be this zone up here that we're blasting through. Setup 1, I'd like to find selling pressure inside this 33.56 zone, right up in here where we're not finding selling pressure. Setup 2, I'll be looking to see how that's 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour close at 10 a.m. Eastern, and see if we hold through this supply zone, which we're trying to to look for a bullish bias, or if we could hold back below it, remain bearish, right? So this was sort of the zone I was watching to see how price reacts. Are we reacting bearish where we sell off from here? Are we reacting bullish where this resistance becomes support? Let's see. We have here on the 30-minute time frame an order block formed. We'll mark it out as a box. And this is where I would look for a pullback on gold right here. My only issue with gold today is on Fridays when we break a previous day high, we only have a 43% chance of closing green. However, with that being said, the last Friday that we broke previous day high, we did close green. So I could look for that trend to continue, and 43% is not 0%, it just means the odds aren't as much in our favor. So with that being said, I was looking for shorts in the supply to target that open price, but now at this point, seeing how strong gold has been, I almost want to pull up Market AI to see what the sentiment is on gold today. Let's do GC. So it's looking more bullish. Market AI generating analysis. Gold futures remain stable, 33.30, supported by safe haven demand amid escalating trade tensions and economic uncertainty. Central bank buying and a weaker US dollar also bolster prices, right? We mentioned that early yesterday, how I think it was the yields, trade tensions. What was it yesterday? I think I wrote it down in here. Yeah, so I had so it was a trade agreement between US and China. I just saw that this morning on I won't say what channel I was watching. It definitely wasn't Fox, guys, no way. It was in the bagel store, it wasn't my fault. First US and China trade deal in 70 years. That could be boosting gold, possibly. Well, that would usually, that you would think that'd go against gold because gold comes in times of uncertainty, but buying due to a possible trade agreement. So it is clearly giving us a good reaction to it. And as traders, our goal and our objective is to react to the market's reaction, not to predict it. Our predictions are where we have our pre-market plans, and then we wait for the reaction for our entries or not. Crude we'll probably leave alone today, like always the past few months. It's been so bad. Let's see. Yeah, no major headlines. Let's see. 35% tariff on Canada. Trump mentions 35% tariff on Canada. You would think that would boost oil's prices, seeing that we get 60% of our oil inventories from Canada. Bitcoin hits fresh record high, 116,000. I'm pretty sure it even hit 117,000 this morning. Take a look at our Bitcoin, guys. Fantastic. Great. Looks good. See this one. Yeah, look at that. Wow, guys. Dude, I had an amazing pullback area for gold, for Bitcoin for you guys. It's phenomenal. Anywho's what's it's, we are at all-time highs on that $117,000 on Bitcoin per Bitcoin. 120 is in store. That could hit. I think 120 could hit. Look at the bullish days we've had on Bitcoin the past 2 days and the volume that's picking up with it. I think we hit 120 today on Bitcoin. Guys, let me know in the chat. We hitting 120 today or what? Here we go, guys. Look at this. We just looked bullish for a second, and now we just flipped. So that's why I'm staying patient. I don't want to take this trade until it proves to me that it is actually going to play out. Let's see. Move this back over here for now. Discord over here. Put this over here. I'm playing Jenga with all these monitors and all these screens. So that was Bitcoin, that was gold. We're not going to do like an actual write-up on Bitcoin trading wise. Nobody here really day trades it. If you guys do, definitely let me know, because I will do the analysis on it. But if right now I know most people aren't, I'm not going to waste our time on that. Check this out on oil. I had this area of resistance here on the daily time frame. It worked as support when we were above it. Now we're back below it, and it worked as resistance here on the daily time frame. 1 wick, 2, 3 rejections to this zone on oil. Let's mark out that open price, previous day low, previous day high. Looks like we haven't taken out previous day low yet. 6 hour, 4 hour. Check that out. First thing I see, 6 hour basing candle near a low, strong push higher after it. 4 hour, same deal. Basing candle near a low, strong impulse move. This one closes in 44 minutes. Would look for it to close bullish and continue higher on oil. So that's something I am going to be looking for on oil. Guys, remind me at 10 a.m. today, we're going to be looking at oil for that 4 hour close. This is gold. See if gold has anything going on here. We have gold pulling back right now. I'm looking for any passive bids or anything, like strong buyers. Not seeing too much. Something I do note with gold, guys, is check this out. Our CVD has been pushing lower, while price has been pushing higher. A little bit of a red flag there for direction. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Yo, what's up, Charlie? Good morning, man. Charlie Mike. What's up, what's up? Yo, like random, what's up? Alright, let's see, guys. Let's see. We'll wait for oil. Know what I'm gonna do here, guys? Guys, what I'm gonna start doing, because I mentioned yesterday's stream, I mentioned again today, is I have a new show on Benzinga starting maybe next week, maybe the following week. It's gonna be Thursdays at 11 for a midday market recap. I'm very excited about that. I'm probably going to look to do like ES and SPY. So I'll do like ES and SPY like this, and I'll do my analysis on ES over here. Oh wait. Save the get rid of symbol on that. Put ES over here, put SPY over there, do my analysis on ES, and while that's happening, I'll also mark out those zones on SPY too. So anybody that trades SPY options will have those key levels, anybody that trades futures will have those levels. So that'll be really helpful. That'll be really good. Extended trading hours. Like, look, we'll do something like this. Well, okay, here we have a 3-hour supply zone on ES. We're going to zoom into that. And when we look at it, we see right here we have our basing. Whereas, look at this, guys. If you were marking out SPY, you wouldn't have that 3-hour supply zone. But you would still mark it. Okay, 3-hour. This was that basing candle right there. Because 3 hours starts at 12. This is now 1. See how the time is sort of thrown off a little bit there? That's why. But we would extend that out. That would be our supply zone. We see it's right there. Perfect. So we would want to mark them up just like that. And that's sort of something I'll do. I think that's fun. I think that's a great way to sort of interact and find some good levels and do some analysis so everybody could join in. ES and NQ giving us a whole lot of nothing this pre-market. We have about 12 minutes till market opens. YouTube, make sure you're keeping that like button happy. Let's hit that 5, 6, 7 likes, and then we'll shoot for 10 and 20. So here we have gold. Here we have our gold spread, where it's like the XAU USD, XAU Euro, XAU GBP, XAU AUD, XAU Canadian, everything. Every gold against every different type of currency, because it gives us an idea of overall gold trend. We can mark out the daily candle here. I do see it is very strong to the upside. Look at the hourly on something like this, and this is where I would start to mark our range. Yeah, yo, Lil AR man on YouTube saying market rally today. Dude, I'd love to see that, man. I'd love to see. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for the market to rally today. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be prepared for us to sell off too, right? We have to be prepared for any way the market wants to move. So let's mark out real quick on this gold spread. Now, because this is the gold spread and it doesn't really work perfectly or nicely with supply and demand like that, most charts, all charts will work though with a support and resistance. So we can mark out support and resistance with this. Let's double tap this, extend right, perfect. Let's do this down over here. Looks like another good point. Actually, so what I'm doing, guys, when I'm finding support and resistance, I'm eyeballing major lows and major highs. So right now I see these lows over here, and I see these highs over here. So we can mark it from this high to this low. And now we sort of have, look at that, it was resistance, support, 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 resistance. Now I'd look for that as support. But because this is an hourly, or this would even be seen on a 4-hour time frame, it's not really giving me any information for what we have today. Possibly a target to the upside, right? If I'm looking for continuation on gold, which look at gold, guys, it really is flying right now. Gold on Bookmap, targets to the upside. 33.75 has been a target on gold for a little bit now, about an hour. There's been a passive seller sitting there waiting for gold to hit 33.75. So I look for gold continuation. Boy, look at the spread that just got wide there on gold. Be careful with that. Getting some pullback. Good morning, everybody. This is oil right now. This is gold. Guys, a trick with Bookmap, no matter what you're looking at, is that if you see, so you see how very close to price, we got super black all around it. That means the volume got very low around the bid and the ask, and it usually gets followed through with some volatility. So if that comes in the middle of nowhere over here, expect some volatility to start to kick in. Same with ES and NQ, right? If we see ES, we see that that black zone is very small near the bid and the ask. If it gets much wider, that's market makers pulling the bid, pulling the ask, pulling the offer, and saying, okay, expect volatility, expect movement. Let's check our economic calendar today. Nothing of high importance. No, nothing today that will move us. That is fantastic. Happy to hear that. Gold with a very nice pullback right here. This was a big bid, but they just pulled it before markets hit it. Okay, they just re-entered. We'll see. I'd like to see if gold... Oh, no, this is ES. Here's gold. Yeah, gold has some room to drop until 33.63. Where's 33.63 line up? Right in this zone in here. So we'll see if buyers want to step in there. And remember, guys, I mentioned with gold, we've been moving higher, but the CVD has been dropping, which means there's been selling pressure, even though we're moving higher. There were more sellers. So a bit of a red flag on those longs. Be careful with that. Here's the dollar. Let's take a look at the dollar real quick on like the hourly or something. See if we got any trend going. Look at the dollar. Almost looks like it's trying to give us this trend, right? This what's it called? Ascending triangle, where we're getting tight. We might get a strong drop to the downside after this if we fail to break higher. So that's something I'd keep an eye on the dollar. I'm gonna even add an alert here on the dollar, and I'm gonna add message on it. Dollar week, dollar DXY bearish, all caps. Fantastic. That'll help support a strong gold. Alright, gold just dipped through. Let's see. Didn't hit that 33.63 yet. ES and NQ chopping away. Market's open in 7 minutes. We could be patient, guys. Sit on those hands. Don't force anything. Yo, Mike, what's up? Excuse me. Mike, man, you're having trouble finding the VIX. Let's see if we could find that for you. So when you look up the VIX, guys, it should come up under all. His wasn't coming up at all. So if you look something up, you should be able to just hit enter or search or return if you're on your phone, and then it should just bring that chart up. If it's not coming up at all, I'm trying to think why that would be. Have you signed into any like broker accounts or anything on your trading view? Because sometimes you need to sign into your broker so it links the data for you. Like it'll give you delayed data or won't give you data until you link your broker. Yo, what's up, Eddie? What's up, Exhausted Trader? Man, what's going on? Habibi, good morning. Sometimes VIX needs a $sign in front of it. Yeah, he was showing, Signa, I don't know if you see my screen, but he showed a screenshot where he looked up the VIX on his mobile. It wasn't coming up. Yo, Mike, try hitting, when you looked up VIX on your mobile, there was a little globe icon on the top right. Try clicking that. I'm not sure if that'll do anything, but maybe. Link it to trade. You do have a link to trade over it. Yeah, so it should be okay. Very strong. What version of Bookmap do you have? Like, what, do you have premium? What plan? That's the word I was looking for. Because it should come up either way, man. That's very strange. You might have to contact TradingView support. No Bookmap. Oh, his plan doesn't have it. Okay. No, I wasn't asking Bookmap. Bookmap fail. Huh? Huh? Alright, guys. No trade on gold yet. We're waiting. Oil pulling back. ES and NQ. Chopping. There's that selling pressure coming through on gold. That's beautiful, man. That is nice, dude. Especially after all that CVD dropping red this whole time. I mean, we rallied while CVD kept pushing lower and lower and lower and lower. So we were bound to feel that squeeze. You've heard short squeezes before. This is almost like a long squeeze where buyers kept pushing higher, volume was pushing to the downside, then we finally squeezed and dropped 10 points really quickly on gold. Yo, MJ Trader, Pippin Profit, what's going on? Ryan, Siva, Smooth, TB, Turok, what's going on, guys? Good morning, hello, and welcome. Welcome. I know I see some new faces in here. Always happy to see new people in the community, guys. If you're here on YouTube, join our community at bullishbrs.com. I go live Monday through Friday for our community. We do our pre-market prep. Then we take some live trades when the New York session opens. Now, sometimes I will take a live trade during pre-market, but usually only on things like gold and oil. And the reason for that is because we don't necessarily need that New York session volume on gold and oil. Like what we see on NASDAQ and ES a lot of times is if this pre-market's chopping, New York session will open and give us some type of pop. Whereas gold could be chopping, New York session could open, and it could continue to chop. Or vice versa, right? Where gold could be moving really nice pre-market and not need that New York session volume anyways. So it's just something to consider, something to keep in mind. We came down here near that 33. We did fill that 33.63 over here. Hey, good morning, Alex. Good morning. YouTube guys, make sure you run that like button up. A whole lot of faces on YouTube today. That's fun. It's nice to see. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, Austin. Blackfoot, what's up? Gold initial balance is 820 to 920 as well, correct. Okay, cool. Gold pulling back right here. Bring it back there now. One hop this time. Dude, CVD hasn't really spiked too strong to the buy side. A little bit there. I don't have an entry on gold. Right now, I'm really just waiting on ES and NQ. Essentially, I think what I'm really waiting for would be ES in this demand zone down here, 62.28. Because essentially what I'd like to see is I'd like to see the New York session open, sell off for a little bit, and then find support. The reason for that would be because that's what we got yesterday, right? We sold off at the morning, found support, and then we rallied. Day prior, we rallied, then we sold off. Day before that, sold off, and then rallied. So the market seems to be giving us that fake trend and then reversal around 10. So I like that fake trend to push lower first, find some support, and then push higher. If we are zooming in here on the 15-minute time frame, just so we don't miss any zones, we do have a small 15-minute demand zone right here we'll mark out. And that's just in case we aren't able to pull back all the way to that demand zone. Because, guys, if I'm waiting for this demand zone trade, and markets don't pull back there, and they only pull back to 62.81 and they find support, well, then I at least want to be prepared for another entry point over here. And I do want to check that daily time frame again. Yeah. Yep. We'll look to buy these lows, not looking to sell these lows at the moment. Hey, good morning. Which broker do you recommend for paper trading with futures? The educational videos recommend Interactive Broker. Interactive Broker is a good one for paper trading. I usually recommend something maybe like Tradeovate. Even if you're looking for paper trading, you might be okay with starting with like an Apex account because it gives you the data, and data usually costs about $30 anyway. So if you get an Apex account for $30 and then just use that as your paper trade account, let's say you do The 25K account, 80% off. I believe it's like $33. So if you do that, it gives you $33 a month, just like the broker fee would be. And and then you could just trade it with the trail stop, right? So a trail stop on a 25K account is only 1,500, so your risk would be pretty small. Here's our New York Open, so let's see what we get. But yeah, I'd usually recommend maybe like Trade Ovate. Interactive Broker's a good one. I'm sure Webull also offers great paper trading. Okay, there's that NASDAQ pop. So it's giving us that initial move that I wanted from the pre-market. That break above 920. So now I'll look for a retest of 920. Take it long there. Stop loss at 910. Boom, guys. Huge rally. Huge rally. Good morning, everybody. NVIDIA green. Nice. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at those equities. All right, most equities, though, within range, except Amazon's above previous day high. NVIDIA's rallying right now. Microsoft's rally off of previous day low. Meta's up. Apple took a dip and then pulled back higher. And we'll ignore Tesla because Tesla's Tesla. Apex and Trade Ovate it is. There you go. You got it. So what you would do is you would buy the Apex account and they would give you login credentials for Trade Ovate. So you don't have to create your own Trade Ovate account. Sort of saves you a step too. So usually, guys, I like to see VIX line up. Not seen a whole lot of chop on VIX here. Still waiting on Nas pulling back. See, what's that? 20. $22,920. We could also check our point of control on this, make sure volume is moving higher with price, which it is. That's fantastic. That helps confirm to take longs on this dip. So we just held 940. I was looking for 920 as a retrace. We might not get it, but I'm not going to jump the gun up here. We're not going to go long at these highs. We're waiting. 3 minutes left on this 5 minute to close. Good morning, everybody. We have the lovely Signet joining us today in the live stream. He's been pretty quiet, so I think he's just listening. He might not even be here. He's hiding. Nah, he's here. Yeah, he's here. Alright, we're coming back near that 20. I can't talk the students putting. Alright, fine. Don't let him hear you. Why? You can get them in here. Get them day trading with us. Alright, we're dipping. We're getting close to that 20 point. How do you get weighted index on your chart and trading view? I'll let you know in one moment because we're getting close to that entry on NAS down here off of this 20. Did we just retest this green area, though? We did. Alright, here we go. Here comes 20. Come on, dip into it. Okay, there's, it's getting close. Okay, we're gonna start holding there. I'm gonna try a long NAS here. Stop loss is 912. Looking for us to hold near this 920. If we dump right through, that's fine. I'll just stop out and we'll wait for the next setup. So there's that 920. That was original entry I was looking for. See if we want to start to hold it now. I'm going to add here at my original entry to average down a little bit. Get some buying pressure there. Building a little support, but we keep trying to fail this 20 area, which I'm not a fan of here on NASDAQ. Really need to see us break above and close above. And the point of control was sort of helping me because our volume was trying to push higher, but we really need this last 40 seconds to start to bring us up here on NQ and on the weighted index for this 5 minute to close bullish. That'll really help our long position. There we go, guys. Good buying pressure. Come on now, let's see some follow through here. We're building some resistance. I want to see us blast right through it. Here we go, guys. Volume was pushing higher along with price. It's what gave me the strength to take this long position down here. Could look to exit one here into some strength. Look at that nice pop again. A lot of sellers getting trapped because they tried shorting that huge wick right now. So that's why I'd like to see us continue higher. 2 seconds. 5 minute did close above that zone, so I'm gonna hold this long for now. I might look to get out of one, just because sellers are trying their best to bring us lower right now. My stop loss is at 912, so I'd really want to see this 20 area hold. Right now we're really struggling on that 24. I'll look to get out of one contract if we could break this recent candle high. If we do push lower, though, it might stop me out here. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's getting close, guys. Just got really close. It was a tick away from my stop loss right there. That is crazy. One more dive, though. It's going to stop me out. Wow, guys. That was literally a tick away. But let's see. We're not in the clear yet. We got to find some support here. VIX trying to move higher, which is a bearish sentiment. ES is sort of struggling, but I really need to see that NASDAQ hold up. 30 minute, 15 minute. Yeah, we're struggling hard on this right here, guys. Want to be so careful. It was the hourly, though, that was sort of keeping me a bit bullish, too. So we could look to hold this. So, again, we're holding until either stop loss or take profits. The only way we exit our trades, guys. Need to see that weighted index start moving higher too, along with equities. Right now, equities are sort of pulling back. I need to see Microsoft continue higher. Meta just made a new low of day right now. A little bit of a bear flag. Like red flag on the play right there for bears, I should say. For bulls. But I'm really looking for equities to hold us. Apple trying to hold up. That's great. Nvidia was pushing higher, but now it's rejecting a key level of 165. If Nvidia could start popping and Apple, and NASDAQ's going to go crazy, guys. But let's see. Oh, it might stop me out here. Dude, there it is. Stopped me out of NASDAQ. That's okay. We'll be patient now. We'll see how we react to this 905. Okay, so here we go. Getting into 905 down here. I'm going to re-enter just one contract, play it a little more conservative. Not really, never mind. I don't like this. This thing's too bearish right there, guys. Let's wait. Let's see how we want to react. Gold, giving us nothing at the moment. NAS, big rejection right there, so we could wait and see. ES on Bookmap too, to see if it's given us anything. Remember, originally I was looking for ES to move lower towards, even this demand zone would be great. So we could wait. And also NASDAQ could have this possible demand zone down here. I was looking for the 1 hour to close higher for bullish. Good morning, everybody. Nvidia was trying to break out. All equities are pulling back right now. ES trying to find some support.
Momentum.
What's that?
Good morning, Kev. I caught that bullish momentum.
Good morning. Hey, good job, man. Good job. Be careful, because now these sellers are taking it. Weighted index near that... What's that?
Sorry to keep on interrupting you, but I'm done for the day.
Nah, bro, you're good. Great job. Great work. I'm probably waiting on ES, guys. An ES trade setup.
Were you trading NASDAQ or ES?
Before I was on NQ, now I'm probably going to be looking for ES. We'll see.
The volume profile has helped me out a lot now.
That's awesome. Good stuff. I like ES to find support here. I just don't like how VIX is trying to move higher too. So we'll wait. See if VIX wants to move near a key level while ES finds support over here. Near 62.81. 62.81. Gold continuing higher. 15-minute closes in 5 minutes on ES and NQ. NASDAQ came so close to that key level over here. I might do one more, might try one more NAS along depending on how we react down here. Reason for that is because this level has been a major support zone for a little while now. So look how it was support over here overnight, support over here again overnight. So price has proven to me that it does like this point. So we'll see on the 5-minute if we want to dump into it one more time. Also, how are equities? If equities are bearish, maybe we'll look to just scalp this short for a moment. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, don't just jump the gun on the first dip we see. Wait 1 sec, equities will start to pull back. We don't want to go short on the dip. We want to short the pullbacks if we're going short. So let's
control there.
What's that?
It looks like he wants to go back to the point of control, so
Yep.
bullish.
Yep. I just realized I don't have point. Oh, I do have point of control. Yeah, it's 942 on NASDAQ. Apple dropping, Microsoft a little turn to the worst there. Nvidia looks good to the downside too. I'd like to see this drop right there. There we go. Nice. Give us a drop into demand. Take this scalp short on NASDAQ. There we go. There we go. One more drop. We got some room towards 860. We got room to 860. We do have a key level right here, though, so I wouldn't go short at the key level. Maybe let's see if we get one more dive to 860. Weighted index selling off even stronger. Ooh, look at these buyers stepping in real quick at this level, guys. I'm gonna get out there. I was in a small little scalp on that little rundown. We're just gonna wait, see how we react to this pre-market low on NAS.
Nice
What's that?
Nice scalp.
Yeah, it was okay. I wasn't a big fan of it. I was just looking to sort of trade this little internal range we had, just sort of selling the pullbacks. But right now, I see that we're finding support. I don't want to force any more shorts. This might be a good short pullback right here, but they keep pulling the resistance. Weighted index keeps trying to move lower. Let's see. We could see if we can move back towards like 901 to 910.
Consolidation in this area right now.
Yeah. And buyers trying to hold it for sure. We got to be careful. We got to wait. Let's wait for like a demand trade or something, because ES is still trying to move lower too. But we are trying our best to find some support. So ES, we have 6280 on ES is what I'd look for on ES. 6280. So stop loss, we'll try like 6279. Okay, so here we go on ES, trying to move a little lower here. We just hit demand. I want to see that 80 rejection though, that 80 reaction right here. NAS just hit demand too. This 5 minute doesn't close for another minute and a half. Alright, there's 80, just got wicked for a second. They're trying. Okay, there's 80, there's 825. I'm getting ready to take a long on ES here. Stop loss at the low we just created. Okay, I'm putting my order out there. Oh, come on, fill me. 8125 long entry on ES. 8125, that's the demand zone. I might have hit fill a little too soon. I want to see if it gives me one more little drop to fill me. Might not. Might not. I might have missed my entry because I was a little too concerned on bookmap. Let's see. Gotta trust those zones. Gotta trust these bookmap levels. Let's see. Pull back. Try to enter 8150. 81.50 wants to pull back for a second. Okay, so there's my fill. Stop loss is gonna be like 79.75. Oh, 5 minute just closed right there. Never mind. Yeah, no, of course it's immediate stop hunt. I was thinking right there. Wait 1 second on this because the 5 hasn't closed and we haven't broken that zone yet. This might be the stop hunt we were looking for. But we got to be crazy patient on this now. Yeah, there's ES trying to hold. There's NAS trying to hold. I'll re-enter along with the stop near the bottom of demand, looking for demand to hold. Because also NAS is holding demand now too. Again, people trying to chase these shorts at the bottom of the range. Just want to be a little careful with it. Nice, okay, nice. We got Signet in a short. Nice. Sellers are getting nasty again with it here on ES. So remember guys, whatever trade you take, never risk more than you're willing to lose. 15-minute closes. Ooh, 15-minute already closed, pretty bearish. We'll most likely get a stop hunt here, guys. Be so careful, like always. 30-minute closes in 13 minutes. So it's like, again, I'd like to find some support in this demand zone. I'd like us to push higher. But just because I like us to do something doesn't mean the market's going to. I'm moving my stop loss to 77.75 towards the bottom of this demand zone because I don't want it to stop me out and then reverse. And if I'm looking for the demand zone to hold, then my stop loss should be near the bottom of the demand zone. I see that buyers are holding on NASDAQ. That's a great sign. But I see that we're much weaker on ES. VIX is at a key level, though. I'd like to see VIX at this key level start to push lower. That'll help ES to push higher. I like the support here to hold from this demand zone. That's what I was looking for. There we go. We're getting a little something here. Nice. Now where could we target? Could look to possibly target 85 as a first target.
That on paper.
What's that?
Caught that scalp on paper.
Nice. Getting a little resistance up here. We're getting black on the book, so I'd like to see some volatility bring us higher here. Be careful, though, because we saw sellers have had the upper hand so far this morning. NASDAQ with a nice reversal, though. Just hate this ES reaction right here. Come on now, let's find some support. Let's pop towards 85. Because what happens there on a pop towards 85 is all those people that were trying to short this are going to end up forced to stop out of their position. Huge. Let's go, guys. Huge. Let's go. Let's go. Gonna get out of con right there. Holding 2 left. Oh my goodness. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Keep going. I got target new high a day on ES. Let's get it. VIX at that key level. ES at support. It's what we mentioned pre-market. We're holding this. Boom. Nice, guys. Huge. Wow. Check that out. That is amazing. All those people trying to chase the shorts, thinking that this was just a pullback. They're trying to go short, and it pops on them. They stop out. Go short, pop on them, stop out. Boom, boom, boom. We're in these longs the whole way. Let's go. Nvidia new high a day. Great call. Well, they are saying, let's get it. Let's get it. Microsoft pop, and there we go. And NASDAQ held that demand zone. ES held that demand zone. Yes, sir. Yes, sirski. Let's get that next pop going.
Nice trade. Are you still in it?
Thank you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Damn.
We're gonna hold. We hold, we don't fold. We hate, we don't wait. No, I'm just kidding. No hating, no folding. Boom.
You're
Nice.
not trailing your stop loss.
Nah. What do I look? Hey, what's random say, man? Don't be. No, I'm just
How's he
kidding.
been? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's been alright. He says he's off most of the summer from work and stuff, so he takes a lot of time off from everything. But hopefully he'll be back soon. I know I miss him too, man. It's always good having his commentary in here too.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's great. He is really funny. Dude, this was huge. I'm gonna get out of one contract up here and hold just. Ooh, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, no, hold. Oh, damn it. I'm out of one. I'm holding one left. I tried to move that so I didn't exit. I like that we have support under us, like no resistance above us. Waiting for that last con. Let's go hit new high a day on ES, baby. I mean, quite honestly, I might hold this last contract till 63.12. Talk about holding a winner. Look at it. Aggressive buying pressure coming in here. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful. This is, and yo, this is what I was looking for from the pre-market plan, right? I wanted to move lower first, find support, and then a move higher. Alright, I'm glad I got out of the one contract for now, so I'm not freaking out on this pullback. VIX is still dropping lower. I almost want to add on this pullback. Yo, YouTube guys, hit that like button if you're banking right now with us. Them ES or even NASDAQ longs, dude. I stopped out of NASDAQ longs myself, but bro, this thing just popped. There goes ES finding support again. Microsoft popping like it's hot. Nvidia new high a day. Microsoft getting close to new high a day. Nvidia new all-time highs, guys. New all-time highs on Nvidia right now. Amazon trying to move higher. Apple struggling. Tesla pushing up. Good stuff today. Yo, you got it, Alex. Yo, you already know. Great stuff today. I might look to. I know I was saying I'll probably hold till up here, but at this point, with how choppy we are, and it is Friday, I might want to be a little patient. 30-minute hourly. Just waiting for that hourly to close. Hourly wicked lower and then popped up. We have 7 minutes left for that hourly to close, so I'm gonna wait. Such a great entry. Stop loss is at 78. Entries at 80. We're at 90 right now. There we go, guys. NASDAQ pushing up. Want to see ES push higher, too. I kept my bullish bias because I saw in our open candle, even though we rejected, our point of control was higher. Our volume was higher. So volume was accepting price at a higher level. Yo, Alex, you already know. Big W's. Let's go. Waiting for that 1 hour to close, though. Also waiting for the 4 hour to close. Wanted to see if it would close bearish, and it's not looking that way. They could always get back in. Let's just be patient right now. VIX, I need VIX to start dropping right here. Drop into the flow. Drop into the flow. There we go. NASDAQ pumping. Come on, yes, follow that. Follow suit. Let's see. Nah, I'm not liking that ES is failing to have any follow through up here, but I really wanted to wait for that hourly to close. See, the issue with you could always get back in is you could always get back in, but when you're trying to get back in, you don't really have a proper entry and stop loss if you're trying to chase the trade. What I'll do, guys, is I'm going to move my stop loss to above break even, actually. Do I want it above break even? Yeah, I'm gonna move it to above break even, move it right back to this demand zone. So 62.81.25 is my stop loss on my last contract here, because I want to see 86 hold. Pretty big pullback here, nothing to be too scared of. Absolutely killing it. Yo, Leo, you in here, man? I hope you were able to kill it so far. I know you've been using Bookmap lately. That's awesome. I love you guys using Bookmap. Seen truth. Yup.
When's the last day for that sale for
I
Bookmap?
think it's today, July 11th. Yeah. The dollar just crossed that point I was looking for. I just got an alert. Why would it tell me the dollar crossed the... Oh, it tried maybe? Three seconds left, and the hourly still doesn't close for another 5 minutes. We could wait. How's our point of control on that last 5-minute candle? Is it higher? It's consolidated. Part of me wants to exit because we're not seeing the follow through, but another part of me knows that's a BS reason to exit a trade. Our trade should either go to our take profit or go to our stop loss. It's the only way we exit. There we go, finding some good support here. Let's get some follow through. Beautiful. See, I'm glad I'm not talking myself out of a trade when it's not at my take profit or stop loss. Now, if the market was giving me a major sign like a bunch of resistance up here, that's another a whole nother reason. But right now we didn't really have that. There we go. ES NASDAQ. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, dance for YouTube. Dude, dance for Discord too. Oh man, Leo, bro, you ain't in this? Oh man. Anyone having a problem with TOS? What's that?
Karaoke.
Yeah, karaoke. Trading karaoke. If I can't trade it, it can't be traded. Like 50 Cent. Weighted index looks alright to hold. I want to see new high a day. Support following up on ES. Want to see this continue. Bro, I got out of 2 contracts at 84. Could have held that thing. Boom! Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh hot damn. 250 left in the 5-minute. New high day on NASDAQ, not new high day on ES. I'm on XFA. I'm waiting for a safer setup. Alright, bro. Good luck. Good luck. I feel like our safe setup was this demand zone down here on ES. But we'll wait now. We'll wait.
Runner?
What's that?
Do you still have that runner?
Yeah.
Damn.
Bro, I'm telling you, I want to hold this one. At this point, though, we are running into some resistance, and I did squeeze this runner pretty well. But I mean, if we're taking it from demand to supply, we should go see 63.12. Oh, we got a lot of resistance above us right now. Remember, guys, I said if we had resistance above us, that's another story. Now we have resistance above us, and we have some divergence, too. So if we get one more rally, I'm going to exit on the rally. VIX is trying to move lower, though, which is a bullish sentiment. Weighted index trying to move higher, too. I'm not exiting yet. I ain't hear no bell. CVD pushing higher. NASDAQ, same thing. Green CVD. CVD's nuts. Let's see. Weighted index trying to move up. Microsoft new high a day. Apple near new high a day. Nvidia, a little bit of a bull flag right now. I'm holding these longs, guys. What is this risk to reward? 11-1 if it does go to that 63.12 from that entry on this one last contract. That's pretty crazy. Guys, we catch trades like this 11-1 every single day. No, I'm just kidding. You just have to join our community and pay me $1,000 a week. Dude, there we go. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. This support's looking good. 6,300. Meta's breaking. Meta's trying to hold right now. Take a look at Meta on the 5-minute right here. So we're consolidating on the 5. So I would like to see Meta above VWAP. Microsoft new high a day. Apple pushing up. Amazon pushing up. Tesla a little bit of a rejection. And Nvidia also, like I said, a bit of a bull flag right now. So I'd look for continuation there too. We going to get another pop here? 20 seconds left. Hourly closes right now too, guys, in 16 seconds. So does the 4 hour. 4 hour definitely didn't close bearish, that's for sure. Alright, give me a pop at this 4 hour open right here, and I'll probably maybe take profit near 6,300. We'll see. VIX moving lower. Weighted index trying to move higher still. That's why I'm still in this. Trailing my stop loss up to like 85 right now. I'm thinking of just calling it a trade here. This was a very nice run up. Come on, prove me wrong. Tell me we're going to keep going. SPY 630 today. Let's see, SPY 630. Oh, we could see that. We could see that. SPY 630 is going to bring us to about 63.12. Where's our... Oh, 630. Oh, that'd be wild. That'd be wild, man. Meta double bottom, possibly. Part of me doesn't like that we're consolidating here. Another part of me sees this momentum we just had and is like, don't exit yet. So because I did already take partials off, I'll probably hold this for a little bit longer. Maybe move my stop loss. No, I see, the thing is, I don't want to see a major pullback on this last contract. I'd rather be able to lock in some good gains. So we'll see if we can maybe find some support here. Starts a rally off of VWAP or something. Nah, see how we're struggling? We're struggling, and yet buyers have had the momentum. So I'm going to be a little patient for a second here. Really waiting on that VIX to move lower and weighted index to hold up too. Amazon pushing higher, Apple pushing higher, Microsoft pushing higher. We're holding these. I'm holding these. Because if anything, I'd want to look for a long position here. Nas trying to hold up, weighted index trying to hold up. Come on now, ES, you want to feel that too. Let's follow through. Let's go 63.12. Really struggling though, trying to break below VWAP, and markets know that a lot of people are going to stop out on that VWAP. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, dude, I sort of want to exit this on the next little push up, because this was a beautiful trend. To get out here to lock in these gains would be very nice too. Zero complaints on that. Let's see though. Let's see. Because if something breaks, if we get a break on VIX to the downside or a break on the weighted index to the upside, like a strong pop, then I'm not going to exit. Like I'm monitoring this trade accordingly. I don't want to sell down here, because then I'd be exiting towards the lows. It'll continue in my favor. I'll feel the need of FOMO, and then it'll stop you out again. So let's just wait right here. Does NASDAQ have any targets to the downside? No, but it is trying to create some resistance to the upside. So if we get back above that 60 on NASDAQ, that'd be huge. There we go. So we just filled it. Now we need to see if we could hold above it. If we could hold above it, that would be huge on NASDAQ, which would help support ES. We're trying our best. We're dancing on it. We're dancing in the moonlight. Oh. Close. NAS struggling. Almost want to exit ES here due to NASDAQ struggling. Let's see. I'll let you guys know if I exit. There we go. A little bit of buying pressure there. Could we find another pop? Do we find more buying? 50 seconds left in this 5 minute. A big aggressive seller just came in though, so be a little careful on that. Moving my stop loss up again. Now what I'm doing, guys, I'm dragging my stop loss to this VWAP because I'm really looking to just exit this into some nice profit. So if we want to get another pop here, I'll take it for the pop. If it just drops at this point, then I'm gonna just lock in my gains. Another seller right there, but sellers have failed to bring us a lower so far. 16 seconds left on this 5 minute. Plenty of time for it to hold up. There's that VIX trying to move lower, so we might have been waiting for the last few seconds of the 5 minute. Let's wait and see. Another big seller adding to the sell pot right there. The buyer. Just wait right now and see. Not yet. 440 left in this 5 minute. VIX was trying to move lower. It might stop me out of this contract, though. It might go for that recent 5 minute low. So I'm going to move my stop loss towards like 690. Ooh, 690 is next major level on Bookmap, though. So I'll keep it up there. Nice, okay. Okay. Come on now. Come on now. Let's pop it. If we could pop this wick right here, that would be huge for our runner. Big buyer trying to step in at these highs. Come on now. Let's go. CVD curving up. Dude, let's go. Come on, ES. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go. Let's see. Oof. Struggling again, though, near these highs. I'm gonna exit. I'm manually exiting right there, guys. I'm out. I'm out because Nvidia's taking a little bit of a turn. Guys, great job. Great, fantastic trade. Oh my goodness. Wow. 5-1 on that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hopefully you guys were able to capitalize on that too. ES and NQ both gave long opportunities in the same demand area. Gold gave us nothing. Oil gave us nothing. Great job today. Great way to end the week right there. Which we're staying on. Don't go anywhere. Guys, while we're on, don't forget, drop a like, hit subscribe if you're on YouTube, and, oh wow, buyers. Buyers, might want to take it, man, 63.12. What was I gonna say? But yo, follow me on Instagram, guys. I know you guys got Instagram. Trading with Kev. Post educational and information content every day, every other day. Whatever's going on in the world, whatever's going on in the globe, the economy. If any reports came in, I break it down so you could understand it and how it affects the market. Yo, what's up, Godo? What's up, Dan? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Damn, man, I don't know when you joined in, but I hope you were around for this long position on ES. This was a fantastic example of using a bid, right? Using our volume analysis in a demand zone on the ES, right? So there's a demand long on ES to target. I wanted to target this high right here, but I just chickened out myself because I was worried that we were a few points away and we might not hit it. And because we don't control the market, if we're in good profits, that's okay to take them. Trader Nana, what's going on? Stefan, Vincent, good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing good today, man. Hope you're all doing good. Alright, guys, next trade isn't an A+ trade, but we're gonna full pour it anyway, so we get rid of all of our profits. I'm just kidding.
YOLO.
YOLO, yep. Everybody just YOLO one direction. Half of you go long, half of you go short. Guarantee somebody's gonna get funded. Nice, Dan. Awesome. Glad you were on and watching, dude. That's awesome. Tina. Trade like Luke. Tina. Gina, baby. Like, oh, what's that? Oh my god, what's that show? Was that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? No. Gina. I forget. I don't know. I'm a trader, not a TV guy. Thank goodness for you guys. Glad we got out. What's that?
Godo here.
Yo, what's going
man,
on, bro?
I was in some shorts whenever I popped on and you were looking for longs. I was like, At least I was green.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Did you take profit on those shorts?
Yes, I did.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Good stuff. Good taking profit. Good knowing when to say, okay, hold up, wait a minute. Because I was noticing, we were at the bottom of that range on ES, bottom of the range on NASDAQ, at a point where buyers stepped in the past, even just recently. So we were looking for that to hold up again.
I'm just thinking the way it didn't take the Asia lows, it may not want to take this either.
I know, well that was why I got out where I got out, because the fact that we didn't continue, so we had this nice rally off of demand, volume sort of picked up, we should have seen a strong break above this pivot right here when NASDAQ broke that pivot too. So because we didn't get that, and then the next candle we also didn't get that, that was like my red flag to say, okay, let's call it a trade. Guys, it's 7-Eleven's 98th birthday. Go get a free Slurpee. Super important stuff. Thank you, Signet. I needed that. I actually, no joke, I might go get a Slurpee after this. Guys, don't forget, follow on social media. Like I said before, Kevin, Trading with Kev. Go drop some likes on my content. It's free to drop a like, it's also free to drop a comment and share, but I won't overextend my request. Also super excited to get the show going on Benzinga next Thursday or possibly the following Thursday. Go over some SPY, go over NASDAQ, gold, the oil, go over any economic data and information that's coming in. It's going to be awesome, guys. I'd really appreciate all of your support because it's my first. So I host Futures Fever on Benzinga. I'll pull all the shows up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It does look like we're trying to move higher here off of VWAP. We had a bull flag. It looks like.
Imagine being a
So let's see. So Benzinga, I host. Nope. So I host Futures Fever. That's every Wednesday. That's a show that's sponsored by Apex Trader Funding, and I host that. But I recently spoke to them about a new show, and that's going to be the pre-market. I'm sorry, the midday market briefing. And that'll be another show, and that's going to be my own show, not sponsored by anybody like this one, sponsored by Apex. It's going to be Benzinga only. Very cool stuff. Very excited that they approved it for me. And again, would appreciate the support. See, hopefully they could get that show going. Instead of just Thursday, maybe Tuesday and Thursday. Maybe Monday through Friday. Who knows? That'd be pretty cool. I like doing that stuff. It's funny, when I started trading, obviously the goal of a trader is to become self-sufficient, self-reliable, not really worry about anybody else, become your own boss, and that's great. But me personally, I've been trading for so long. I've always liked speaking with people, as you guys can clearly tell. Before I was trading, I was in the pharmaceutical industry. I was a pharmacy technician as well as managerial, and I just always liked helping people. So now that I got good at trading, understand market sentiment, I'm great at explaining things, given a bigger audience like a Benzinga, I love that. I absolutely love it. There's ES breaking that high right there, guys. No, I should have held that long contract. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I coulda, woulda, shoulda held. If I just kept my stop loss at this wick low right here. Guys, let me tell you what trading strategy will never work. If I did this, coulda, woulda, shoulda, that will never help you. It could help you hindsight-wise if you say, I coulda, woulda, shoulda, I should have waited for this demand zone re-entry, I should have waited for this. Well, take those coulda, woulda, shouldas and develop them into a system. Develop them into a set of rules that you could follow so that the next time, the next could've will be a did. You did it. You didn't. It's not a could've. You did it already because you saw it coming next time. So as much as people say, "Oh, hindsight trading's always 20/20," of course it is. Anything after the fact is always 20/20. Surgical is 20/20 after after they're done with the surgery. But yeah, I don't know. Good stuff today overall is what I'm getting at. And yeah, really, dude, that was such a nice trade. 6312, man, 6312. It is in store for ES or 6300 right there. That is beautiful. Beautiful. My one issue with Benzinga is their tactic of selling emails. I used to run their options boot camps and we'd promote them for weeks before the event. People who signed up, registered for the event, told me their email address was sold. Oh, wow, really? I haven't had any issues like that. I thought you just meant like in general when they email you like that they're doing something. Because I know they email a lot when let's see. I'll look up Benzinga on my email and see what I got. You know what it is? They do an email every morning and every night, like pre-market and after the fact, and they'll do an email of your watch list. So they'll say, like, for my watch list is tech. So it'll be like aftermarket summary on your watch list, large cap. Top gainers, top losers, indices, and then Benzinga Wire, and it'll give you some good briefings and stuff. But no, I haven't gotten that issue. Let's see. Wow, guys, we might continue here. Not that I'ma chase it, but it looks good to continue. It does. Microsoft new high today, Nvidia new high today, Tesla pumping away. Guys, what a beautiful trend, and we saw it from the bottom. Yeah, but you're not running a single weekend event where people have to register to. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, like it's the boot camps that they get your email and whatnot. Gotcha. Well, I'd hate to be that person. I hope they're not doing that, but I wanted to actually speak to them about doing my own boot camp that's like sponsored by Benzinga, like a Benzinga sponsored Bullishbrs Futures boot camp. And obviously it'd be free because it'd be sponsored by them and be maybe like how you guys remember I did my Futures Masterclass in December, be like an 8-week program. Once a week we meet and just futures basics, boom. Different strategies you could use, market concepts, supply and demand basics, market structure, putting it all together, things of that nature. I think that'd be really cool.
Why wouldn't you be able to do that with Bulls and Bears?
Well, I guess I did it with Bullishbrs already for the Futures Masterclass, but I don't know. I guess because it would really be more to help promote Bullishbrs so we could reach a bigger audience as well, so we keep doing what we're doing for you guys.
See that.
But I see what you're saying. Like, why not just do it Bullishbrs? Well, if I do it just through Bullishbrs, like YouTube, it's not going to see as much traffic. We don't really promote advertising through Bullishbrs, whereas Benzinga has a much larger platform. So the goal would be to help bring some newer traders into Bullishbrs, give them some one-on-one experience, some hands-on, some help, and just sort of help grow our room a little bit bigger. I think it would help the members that are in here already too to grow a bigger room, because the more traders we have in here, the more people that are talking about trading, the more ideas that come afloat, and the more of a chance that you might see a strategy or a system, maybe not you personally, but that somebody sees and goes, oh wow, I never thought of trading like that, I want to try that, and it might stick with you. I think Ricardo, if you're still in here, Ricardo started using, he saw, Random was using range candles, and Ricardo started using range candles, and he absolutely loved it.
For life.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, like, and Ricardo's been, before he found range candles, Ricardo, how long you been trading for?
Close to 5 years now.
Almost 5 years. Guys, whether it's 5 years and you find something new that you really agree with, whether it's 5 weeks and you find something new and you agree with it, the goal is to be consistent. The goal is to find something that you agree and can look for and trade consistently. And that's what I personally feel like a strong community is all about, right? Different traders, different mindsets, different perspectives, but an overall trading the same markets, ES, NQ, gold, things like that.
I gotta get going, guys. Thank you, Kev, for everything. All the best in the market, and have a great weekend.
Yo, you got it, bro. Good stuff. Have a good weekend, man. See you Monday.
Take care.
Oh, that reminds me, there's a slight chance. I'll do my Trump impression for you guys. There's the slightest chance I'm not gonna be here on Monday. I have another meeting in the Hamptons. Got lots of things going on. Trying to make Bullishbrs great again. Slim chance. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. SPY 630's in play. 63.12 is in play. Bro, these buyers might just want to keep going. Give us a pop here. Let's go to 63.05. VIX moving lower. Looking for a break and continuation on ES here. Starting to wick around here, getting a little volatility kicking in. Just wait. Don't go chasing. We're not chasing these highs. No way. Let's see. We're going to wait. VIX is moving lower. Look at this VIX key level, guys. That was the VIX key level while ES was in support. So same thing. ES in support, VIX at resistance. And that was beautiful. Guys, it is 10:20. We had our phenomenal trade. We're pretty much done for the day off of that. Look at that big pop right there. We're going for it. We're going. I'd like to see NASDAQ 2300. It's about 20 points away. Yeah, and don't go along at these highs. It's very hard to buy these highs right now because we don't know when or if we're going to get a pullback. You could buy these highs and then literally be buying the high and we could pull back on you immediately. So be so careful. You could buy the highs and it could continue. It's a 50-50 right now. It's a crapshoot when it comes to that trade. And we don't want to take a crap shot trade. Apple new high a day, Microsoft near new high a day. Nvidia double top right now, pulling back. Nice. Wow, look at that, guys. That is amazing. Amazing. Weighted index sort of pulling back off of this wick right now, but we have room on the weighted index to that previous session high. Guys, that's been another big help for my trading too, is using that weighted index and using the previous session high and low to give me the range, right? To give me some expectations and some price levels. Who asked for weighted index earlier? Somebody asked for the weighted index earlier. See if, see if I can find it. Yes, JT, are you still in here? Yes, you are. How do you get the weighted index up? So you're going to, let me see if I have my ChatGPT, because you have to type it in correctly. And if my AI has it. Doesn't? No way. Really? Ah, that's annoying. So here, what we'll do is I will copy this. Remove bats. Don't add spaces. There we go. Nas getting up in that 2300. All right, here's how you would do it on to add it to trading view. Damn, man, that is wild, bro. We could have had those lows on Nasdaq too, by the way. The bought the lows on Nasdaq. That would have been over 100 points in profit. So what you're going to do for the weighted index is you're going to come up into the search bar and you're going to type this 8.50 star Microsoft plus 8.18 star Apple plus 7.55 star Nvidia. Oh, you know what I just realized? This one doesn't have... Oh, this is the one that doesn't have, what's it called in it? AVGO, and that's okay. We don't necessarily need AVGO. I found that it hasn't been that responsive. So you're gonna type this in. You're gonna put that into your trading view over here. So you take that copy, paste it, and then it's not gonna show up because it isn't a real ticker. So you're just going to click the enter key, and then it's gonna bring your chart up. Bro, I so want to chase NASDAQ right here. But guys, we can't chase the market. Even though it's clearly in a beautiful bull trend. Nvidia new high today, new all-time high on Nvidia. NASDAQ keep on going, baby. Boom, wow. Alright, big pullback coming in. Let's be patient for a moment. Volume spiked higher. Volume is definitely still pushing bullish. No reason to question it. Dude, that's wild, man. If I held that long on ES, wow. That is something, dude. I gotta trust my longs a bit better. Trust those supply and demand zones, man. Trust them. Trust your zones. Trust your levels. I'm able to trust my supply and demand because I've experience with it, because I've been doing it for so long. I know to trust these zones. I know to trust these levels. Once we have that trust in the market for our zones, for our levels, everything in between is just going to be a lot easier to ignore. So I took that one great trade off of demand, and now everything else in between is just noise. Oh, there was something I wanted to post about. I can't remember. Alright, guys, let's see. Look at that. Buyers given a small pullback here. So something to notice right here, guys, is the buying volume's getting a little weaker. We can see that with the volume bubbles here. On Bookmap, we don't really have any support under us. We have some price targets to the upside, 23,014, so we might want to run for that. Weighted index still looking like we're holding, but if I'm looking at equities right now, wow, Nvidia skyrocketing new high a day again. It's the only bullish one right now. Meta's trying to hold back up, Apple's pulling back, Microsoft's pulling back. So usually for me personally, if I was taking longs off of a trend, I would need Nvidia and at least Apple or Microsoft. Right now, both of them are pulling back. Alright, let's wait, guys. Let's wait and see. ES has support under it again. Targets 63.15, man. It loves that 63.15 this week, guys. That has been an awesome level. What? JT, let me get... Oh, I hope I didn't exit out of it. I think I did. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm gonna screen. So I would copy this and put it into Discord for you. But when you copy it and put it into Discord, these little stars throw off throw the whole thing off. So I'm gonna just take a screenshot of it for you, and just type that into your trading view. Guys, there's the weighted index for you. Oh, see that? I didn't trust it. Apple and Microsoft are pulling back. Nvidia's still popping like it's hot. Yo, you got it, man. Absolutely. Always happy to help. My pleasure, sir. Hitting a low volume shelf right here on ES. Bro, imagine we held the first fair value gap we had. I can imagine that, seeing how strong buying has been. VIX is at a key level. I'm not touching this thing. VIX could reverse and push higher. ES could reverse off that. I'm not taking this. If VIX wasn't at a key level right now, I would be in longs off of this green zone right here. It's like a 1-point stop loss. 1.5. I'm not taking it though. Can't do it, won't do it, won't do it, can't do it. Alright guys, let's see. We are holding. So right, obviously we would be looking for buyers. We'd be looking for longs because that's been our trend today. Yo, YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like button. We're just 1 like away from 10. That's awesome. Alright, look at that, guys. It did hold. Okay, let's see. Look at that. Wow, that is crazy, man. Good buying pressure, good momentum today. Absolutely love to see it. Targets to the upside on ES and NQ would first be our open price on NASDAQ. That's right at 23,011. I don't have, oh no, open price is all the way at 63.23 on ES. Guys, again, we have ways to go. We can definitely continue this trend higher. We had our manipulation lower in the morning, and then we had our beautiful rally off of demand. Amazing job with our zone. YouTube guys, appreciate you. Discord, always appreciate you. Alright, wow, look at that, man. Good support under us. We see that there's support under us on ES because between 6301, 6303, we have all this orange, these red levels on Bookmap, and those are passive buyers sitting below us because they're below price. Gold has been very range bound between high a day and this blue zone we had marked down. That was a Bookmap level. Remember, 3363 from pre-market, key level held. Key level held, key level held, key level held. Damn, man. ES and NQ. Keep on rallying, baby. VIX at that key level still, though. Yo, Lily, are you still on YouTube? Because I had a question, man. What do you mean by it was supposed to hit 630 yesterday? Markets aren't supposed to hit anywhere. Markets go wherever markets want to go. Dude, I love the support building up here on ES. It looks like we're ready for another strong buying pressure. I just can't take it at these highs with VIX at a key level right now. Look at the hourly. Continuation. 15-minute. We caught these lows on that 15. That is wild. Absolutely wild. Buying pressure looks good to continue higher still. Again, this is just a matter of VIX is at a key level and I cannot take it long. Or else I would. Nice, guys. Signet for a live stream today, 2 p.m. We're going to talk about requested trade topics, mean revisions, true close, and open range concepts, and getting in the middle of a range. Cool, dude. Cool. Yes, sir. Gold pushing up. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well, ready for a good weekend. Yo, Sig, you wouldn't happen to be around Monday to cover for Monday at all, would you? I know you got class, right? You teach too. If you could swing it, that'd be great. If you can't, it's really no worries at all. Yeah, I cannot run more. That's right. Yeah, no problem. Nice, guys. That's what I'm saying. The buying looks good to continue, and here it comes. What an amazing entry down there. Amazing trade. Oil popping up. That's wild, dude. We are going to go to that 63.12. That is insane. That would have been our 11-1. But no, I just had to take it for a 5-1. God. It's almost a 6-1 where I took it, but that's still clean. Alright, guys, let's see. 10:37. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. Guys, let me know if you took those trades with us on ES this morning off those longs. This is when we had the volatility. This is when we picked up nice momentum. Beautiful trade entry down here in demand. We could have possibly re-entered off of this pullback and hold on VWAP, but we did not, and that's okay. It wasn't part of my system. And yeah. When you have the time, has by, go baby. Yes, sir. Yo, you got it, AR. Yes, sir. Dan, man, I got you, bro. As soon as I can. Oh, he's not in here anymore. What is the 50-80 rule? Sig, you tell me, what is the 50-80 rule? The 50-80 rule is very important to compound money and not losses. Once a stock establishes a major top, there's a 50% chance that it falls by 80%, and 80% chance it falls by 50%. I like that. That's cool. There's a warning about being aware of the first loss to hit the radar. Cool, bro. Very cool. I'm glad, it's funny, guys. Pre-market, Remember, at first, I was looking for this demand zone down here on ES 6268. It wasn't until, like, market was right about to open that I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to mark out this 15-minute basing area, too, just in case we don't fall all the way down. I literally, word for word, said, I'm going to mark out this 15-minute demand zone down here at pre-market lows, just in case we don't come down to 62.2068. In case we want to hold 62.81, I'll have my entry and I won't be waiting that whole time. And that's exactly what happened. Amazables. Amazing. 92 is a low volume shelf that's all the way down here. 6302, a little bit of a low volume shelf. 630175. 0175 right here. Right over there is low volume. Have you guys watched on Netflix Animal Kingdom? Best show you'll ever watch. I don't know about all that, but very good show. And yeah, Sig, that is crazy numbers. Something I haven't really mentioned today was look at the positive delta. Once we were able to sustain above this demand zone, the 88 key level, we got above that, and the positive delta got so strong. Our delta went from negative 300, negative 180, negative 260 to positive 530, positive 600, positive 570, positive 370. So buyers got very aggressive once we were able to hold and push out of that demand zone, which would be our volume getting aggressive with price moving higher, which is volume accepting price at higher levels. It's cool because even like ES, if I marked out ES, it would have been like, I'm sorry, SPY would have been getting longs around 62.80, target around 623.40, right? And that would have been a nice trade on options. Like if we got the 62 call or 63 call or something like that, would have been pretty good. Nvidia's still going. Yeah, a little bit of a pullback there on Nvidia right now. We see that we had our basing candle up here on 1030. The 5-minute had a pullback there, and now we are sort of running into a little bit of a wall near this 167 point. Same with Tesla rejected previous day high. Meta's trying to move below VWAP, and it is below VWAP. Amazon ran out of steam quite some time ago, and so did Apple. So right now, I do think we might, yeah, there we go, little pullback there. I do think we might have had our run for the day. Unless equities are able to turn it back around. Full port. Who said that? No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, we broke through this low volume shelf. I'd want us to hold the low volume shelf to take it as the long. We broke through it. It's no longer a valid long entry. Gold new high a day. Yes, new levels. 62.98. Oh, come on now. No, you know what? 62, 63 even. We just hit. This was a strong level on Bookmap. We broke it. Now it's holding us support. That was the low volume shelf. It could possibly, it's point of control too. Could possibly be holding a support target new high a day off of that. I'm not taking that trade. I'm done for the day off that fantastic trade from earlier. Finding some support here. I wouldn't trust it yet. Could also look for the VIX. Look how VIX, guys. VIX is at this purple level for a while now. That's when I mentioned VIX is at a key level at 1020. And now it's been trying to break below it, and it's been failing to break below it for the past 15 minutes. So be so careful. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message either here on Discord or on my Instagram is Trading with Kev. If you're here on YouTube, make sure you join our community at Bullishbrs.com. I go live Monday through Friday. And if you're part of the community already, don't forget to check out my Futures Masterclass in the Next Level Library. It's an 8-session long, over I think 9 to 10 hours of information going over futures basics, market structure, trading strategies, and putting it all together. So alright guys, I'm going to see you guys maybe not on Monday, but if I'm not around Monday, I will go on Tuesday. Yo, guys, absolutely. I'm going to see you guys next time. Later. Have a great